Hey everybody, welcome to Glow Up Handbook. Today I want you to start on all fours. You're going to do hip circles going forward with your right leg. We're going to be doing a middle splits flow today for all levels, so feel free to join in even if you don't have your splits. Go ahead and switch directions. Then reset and switch sides, so bringing your left leg around, going forward, then backward. One of my favorite warm-ups for the hips. Beautiful. Go ahead and extend your right leg and push back into your calf, giving your calf a nice stretch here. Then switch sides, bringing your left leg back and pushing back into the calf. You can pulse. Then go ahead and push back into a quick puppy pose. Clasp your hands together and bring them towards your head to get a nice little tricep stretch in as well. You can tilt your hips side to side like I'm doing on the screen. So I went right, left, right, left, right, left 3 times. Then we're going to come into a Cossack or side lunge here. You're going to bend your right leg, extend your left. You can have your hips elevated or fully on the mat. I want you to push your knee out with your hand 3 times. Then face the leg that's extended and do spinal circles. So going down and up, down and up, down and up, down and hold. And I meant waves, not circles. I apologize. Beautiful. So extend that left leg. So you're going to be coming to like a small straddle here and go ahead and come forward as much as you can. You can be on your hands, elbows are all the way down. Come on up, plant your hands behind you and come into a nice back bend, pushing your hips forward. Then switch sides. So your left leg will be bent, right leg extended, push into the knee, push, 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 and then face the leg and do your waves. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and hold. Again, here in this side lunge, if your hips don't come to the mat, that's totally fine. Extend your leg and come into that small straddle, coming onto your hands, elbows are all the way forward. Beautiful. Come on up, plant your hands behind you and come into a nice back bend. Come back into that side lunge and then using your hands, go side to side, side to side, side to side, side to side. This is awesome for the hips. Side to side, side. And if you want, try a challenge. Extend your arms and no arms, switch side to side. Let me know how that one went in the comments. Definitely tough. Come into a forward fold. You can come onto your hands or your elbows and just move your hips side to side like we did in puppy. Left, right, left, right. Then go ahead and extend your arms forward into like a wide leg downward facing dog. Round forward, arch back, arch forward, round back, round forward, arch back, or you can just do a static cat-cow, round forward, arch at back, push into your downward facing dog with wide legs, and come on down. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do some work with the blocks, so if you want to pause and grab your blocks, feel free. We will just need one for right now. We're going to come into a single leg frog on the block, so one leg will be on the block. I started with my right, and the other leg will be on the ground in frog. So think ankles in line with knees, hips in line with knees, and we're just going to come forward and back, pulsing a little bit. I'm on my elbows. Forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, and then pulse back. Pulse, 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 pulse. It'll be small movements. Then come onto your hands. If that's in your practice, it'll definitely make the stretch deeper. Look left, right, and come on down. Come all the way down to your belly if you can, and just rest here for a moment. Feeling that deep, deep stretch in the hips. Frog is the best stretch to get your middle splits. It's the precursor. Now bring your feet in towards each other. Push up into your hands. Take a twist towards the left, then a twist towards the right. And come on out of that. Great job. Sit back for a second. Come into a narrow knee child's pose with your arms behind you. Just let your hips relax for a second. Beautiful. Now switch to the side where the block was. So this time it'll be under your left knee and your right leg will be extended on the mat. Knees in line with hips, ankles in line with knees. And we're going to do the same series. So we're going to go back, forward, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Again, this can be a really small movement. Forward, back, and then pulse back. Pulse, 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 pulse. Come up onto your hands if you can. Look left, right, right. Then come down all the way onto your belly. Hold there. Just relax and breathe. Really use your breath to try to calm your body. In these deep stretches, there's a little bit of like a tense response, and you want to try to relax that if you can. And your breath is the easiest way to do that. Beautiful. Bring your feet together. Push up onto your hands. Turn left, right, come into that narrow knee child's pose, arms behind you, knees together. Beautiful. Now we're going to do it with both blocks. So this can be a little tricky to get set up. My tip is to put one knee on the block, use your arms to kind of prop yourself up, and then pull the other block where your knee is. I kind of know now where mine goes because I've done it so much, but at first I just pulled the block in. Come forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Feels different with both, huh? Forward, back, pulse back, pulse, 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 pulse. Come up onto your hands. Look left, right, left, right, left, right. Come all the way down onto your belly. Feet together. Up onto your hands, twist left, twist right. Come on up. I'm going to face you now so you can see me a little bit better. We're still going to need our blocks. You're going to start by putting your block under your left foot. So it's an elevated straddle here. I want you to think of pushing your straddle a little bit, but not like to your absolute full maximum potential, but not too easy either. Take a quick side stretch to the left, to the right. Arch forward, round back. Arch forward on your elbows, round back if you can. Arch forward. And then just shift side to side before coming down as far as you can. That can be on your hands. Elbows are all the way down onto the mat as I'm showing here. The big thing is to not round your back too much. You want to think of leading with your belly button. Come on up. We're going to lift the leg without the block 10 times. So try not to let it touch the mat. We're strengthening those hip flexors. So important for flexibility. Once you do those 10, you're going to bring your leg in towards the center and out 5 times. So out, in, 5 times. Beautiful. So we're going to switch sides, same level of straddle, but the block will be under your right foot this time. We're going to do similar stretches. So what we're going to start out is just rounding, arching behind you, rounding forward, side stretch to the right, side stretch to the left, arch forward, round back, arch forward, round back, arch forward on your elbows, round back, and then come as deep as you can. Don't beat yourself up for how far you are. Some days are better than others. I felt more flexible today, and there's some days where I struggle more than others. So wherever you are, be grateful what you can do. Go ahead and lift that left leg 10 times, trying not to touch the mat. Up, down. Not an easy one, but super effective. Then bring to center and out 5 times. Center, out, center, out, center, out, center, out. And then you guessed it, you're going to bring the block under your left foot, keeping it under your right, so both are elevated. Come into a side stretch on the left, right, that back bend, and then round forward, arch, round, arch on your elbows, round, arch, and come all the way down as deep as you can. It'll feel pretty deep with your feet elevated, but a really great one to get middle splits. We've got 2 minutes left, so hang in there with me. You're almost done. Do this regularly, and I promise you'll get closer. It's a great flow. Feel free to do one of my more beginner flows if you need to warm up prior to this. It is some pretty intense stretching for a 10-minute flow. Give yourself a nice big hug. This should feel good. We're going to come into the middle splits portion in a second, but I want you to open your feet into butterfly, and then together, open together, open together, open together, open together, open together, open together, and beautiful. So extend your right leg, bend your left, extend your left leg, bend your right. Just warming up a little bit before we get into the splits here. Come into your deepest straddle here. And then come all the way forward, and you're going to roll forward. So your hips will be tucked forward. Your knees will come forward now in the middle splits. You can point your toes if possible, and you're just going to rest there. If you don't fully have your splits, your hips will pop up off the ground. That is perfectly fine. Use your hands and elbows to elevate you. I find my elbows to be easier. It is harder when you don't have your splits because you have all of gravity coming down. So as crazy as this looks, it's easier when you actually get your splits. So hang in there. Come on up on your hands if you can. Twist left. Twist right. Look left, right. Come down. If you can, fun little flexibility challenge, bring your feet together behind you in that variation of frog. Look left, right. If not, just come on out of it. Bring your legs together in that narrow-kneed child's pose and breathe. If you want, you can clasp your hands and come into a nice little shoulder rinse here. And then just relax and just melt into the earth. You guys did so good today. Thank you so much for flowing with me. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next, and be sure to like and subscribe for more. Bye!